Hi, so in this video I want to talk about the lights in the DeLorean door as well as how to replace them with LEDs so you can keep your doors open if you have a DeLorean without the battery dying. So basically the way the doors are set up is when they're open they have three lights on them. They have one amber facing forward, one amber facing outward, and from the rear there's a red light. Even though it looks a little orange in this video, this should be red facing this way. And that's basically the lights on the doors themselves when they're open. It's a little dark in here just so I can show you exactly what these lights kind of look like in the dark. If the light was on in here you wouldn't be able to tell very well. But there is a little switch right here that when the door closes it turns on and off the light on the doors. Nothing too fancy, but what people usually end up doing at shows with the DeLoreans is they'll tape this closed or whatever, or if I can get a light on here, they can unplug this fuse right down here, this middle fuse, and unplugging that will make the door lights not work anymore, which is great, just so, again, so you don't burn out your battery. And the reason that you would burn out your battery with these is because these are 30-year-old technology, the incandescent lights. So even a lot of modern cars use the incandescents in all their marker lights and stuff, but LEDs are pretty cheap nowadays, and it's possible to swap out LEDs into here so you can have your doors open as much as you want and not worry about it running down your battery. And I'll be going to a little show here in about a week or so, so I went ahead and did some research and ordered the stuff I needed. Now, what I've done here is basically just took a flathead screwdriver, nothing too fancy. I was careful, but kind of tried to prop this little bucket out of here. Again, I imagine it's probably going to be the same for all the other 5 lights on these doors. But kind of pry it out of there, and what's going to be in there is this little lens with a bulb behind it. The shiny side will be facing outward, and the way, once you kind of have this bucket out of here, the way this kind of works is you're really just going to kind of try to pull this red lens out. There's no real way that it slides in or anything. This is just kind of flexible, and you can kind of finagle this out of the socket there. And at this point in time, you're really going to want to have that fuse unplugged, or somehow try to get this your little switch down here pushed in, because these incandescent bulbs will be too hot for you to handle with your hand. So you're going to again want those to be off. So again, you just kind of lay this aside for now. Once the bulb is cooled down and you pull it out, it's just going to look like this. It's a regular little wedge-shaped bulb with the contacts being on the left and the right here, and you just kind of stick it straight in there. A little different than normal bulbs, but you can get replacements online, and I got mine from superbrightleds.com. Some of their stuff is pretty reasonable priced. I feel like some of it's kind of expensive still, but the problem with getting stuff off eBay is you just don't know how bright it's going to be or if it's going to work. You might know that it might fit, but it might not be bright enough. So what I ended up getting was, and this kind of went a little, this is different than recommendations I saw online previously for LEDs for the DeLorean doors, but I got these 921 bulbs, wedge bulbs, I guess T5 base, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what the details were. But you go online, you can probably see what this is. Do a search and you can find what kind of bulbs are recommended for, wedge bulbs are recommended for the DeLorean. I think the ones that people had used before were like the 6 bulb, and I went ahead with a 9 bulb because it looked like it was about the same size. And although maybe they used these, I can't recall, but I do remember someone doing showing some pictures of this before. So anyways, what I got was something like this. Each of these is about $2, plus shipping and all that, and tax if necessary. And so essentially it's pretty simple. All you do is you just kind of plug it in there. I think it's pole agnostic, so you can plug it in either way. And so let me go ahead and do that right now, if I can do that with one hand. Let's see here. I don't want to plug in that incandescent bulb again because that thing was hot. Okay, so that's the LED array. There's 9 bulbs there. It looks brighter on camera than it actually is in person, but it is still pretty bright, and especially when I go like this, and you know, looking at it without the camera, it definitely does blind you. So it's pretty bright, and when comparing it to the other door, I can tell that it's a much more deeper red, and that it's about the same brightness, if not maybe brighter. And so something I saw people doing in the pictures I saw in the old tutorial, I think it was on DMC Talk, I think they had recommended that you actually flip this from the original configuration. So remember when I said the shiny part was out? They were actually referring to having the matte finish, you know, the diffuser side facing out. And I don't know, I tried it myself, and it actually looks like, when you look on it straight on, having the shiny side out the way it was originally, it looks like it's brighter, but if you look at it from any other angle, it actually looks like when you have this matte finish out, it looks like it disperses the light a little better. It's unfortunate that the bulb is so close to the lens, because if you pull it out, you can see here that it basically starts to fill the whole lens once just like an inch away. So anyways, it's not a huge deal, but what you're going to end up probably having is, you know, this little, you know, circle in the middle of your square there, whereas again it'd be kind of cool if you could somehow get it to fill this whole lens. But anyway, before I go too long in this video, again, I just want to kind of show you, that's about what it looks like. Again, it doesn't have the lens in there yet, and that's about what the incandescent looks like. So again, not as deep red, and doesn't really seem to be as bright at all. So it looks like these are a decent upgrade. Again, I'm going to continue on to doing both the amber up here. In fact, what I'll do is show you the amber bulbs I got here. And I think I already pulled one out of the bag. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and plug this in here so you can kind of see what it looks like. It's a little more yellow than I expected, but I expect that once I put the amber lens on top, it'll probably make it look a little more amber. Again, here in the video, it kind of the color looks a little different than it does here in person. It's a little oranger in the video, but it actually looks pretty good. Again, I would have expected maybe a little more deeper amber, which again you can't really see, but this seems to be darker. But I think they're pretty good. Definitely really good upgrades, and this is only about I think like $11 or $12 after shipping to get 6 bulbs. You'll need, again, 4 of the orange or amber and 2 of the red, because you have only the rear facing bulbs are red. And that's about it. I might post some pictures or maybe another follow-up video later on which shows the actual difference between the LEDs and the incandescents when the lenses are actually reinstalled. Thanks.